Hello, Custom OGT here. This is Greg. I'm Danny, and we are returning to, well, the King of Rock and Roll. This will be good news for Gary Goodman. I haven't told him this yet. We have a new channel member, which is CarolynmLovesElvis. So I believe Caroline, right? That's how we say our state's name. Little sweet Caroline. So she has a request of a song I've never heard before. You have some context on it, don't you, OGL?
All right, so this is What You Want Me to Do, Baby What You Want Me to Do, from the king himself, Mr. Elvis Presley. This is from the 1968 comeback special, which we had a spell last year when we were doing a lot of Elvis reactions, and I think a lot of people were recommending songs from this special. So the song in and of itself it was originally done by Jimmy Reed, written by Jimmy Reed, possibly his wife. It was recorded in 1959, and the original lyrics were actually "Baby, why you want to let go," as opposed to "Baby, what you want me to do." Now the special itself has got an interesting history. So it's called the comeback special because Elvis had actually been doing movies for about 7 years, and this was Robert Parker's idea, his manager, and Elvis had a tense relationship with him. But it started off okay, but the movies got cheaper and crappier and less successful. So after about 6-7 years of this, Elvis was actually getting very depressed. He felt disconnected from the music business. So Parker came up with the idea of this comeback special, but it was supposed to be a Christmas show. And Elvis hated this. He thought it was another scheme from his manager. He didn't want to be up on stage singing Christmas carols. But if I can find there was another gentleman, a guy who produced it, who actually had a different vision for it. And he's like, no, we're just going to make this about you. We're going to, show you the different light. We're going to reintroduce Elvis Presley to the, young music audience of 1968. And he got on board.
That's actually how Caroline, if I'm not mistaken, started down the Elvis rabbit hole. Was after watching that movie. So, and I have not yet seen the movie. I know it has it's a critically acclaimed. How you say that? Critically acclaimed, or
yes, yeah.
It's Tom Hanks played a great dickhead, basically. I mean, I know Elvis. Well, Mom told me was pretty much trapped in that hotel in a contract and just worked every day, 7 days a week for the last several years of his life. Till they killed him. So, I mean, you could say it's drugs that killed him, but anybody that works that hard and takes medicine from a doctor, and ironically, that's kind of how Hank Williams died. So Hank Williams is probably a little more rambunctious and than Elvis, but I don't know. I mean, that quartet of Quaalude tour with Jerry Lewis and Johnny Cash and Elvis and Chet Atkins, I think, or something like that. That was that's in the Walk the Line movie.
Yeah, Colonel Tom Parker was the manager and Bob Finkel was the producer. I got those names mixed up, but
right.
But yeah, Elvis jumped right in with Finkel's vision of it. So this has been built up since last year. So I'm really interested in seeing something from this special. Thank you, Carolyn, by the way. We love you. Thanks for joining us.
right, so yeah, I kind of see why Elvis was rejecting this, because this does not seem like Elvis at all. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, look at those lips there. if I was a member of the opposite sex, so hell, he's good looking anyway. I mean, damn, but this isn't, it doesn't seem like. It seems like something's weird. I mean, what do you think? I mean.
So what's interesting is like this is actually the version of it that he was 100% behind, because what him and Bob Finkel wanted him to do was perform like new material or material that he had not done previously, and to have basically sort of almost like in a jam format. So like a smaller stage, a little bit closer to the audience. With judging from the looks on some of those girls' faces, might be a little bit dangerous putting Elvis that close to him, but. Yeah, it was just sort of supposed to be about him and the band just sort of jamming and sort of performing without any, I guess, bells and whistles.
Like clearing his throat and stuff like that. I never really heard him do that. Like.
Yeah, it was almost like almost like you would see a performance at a coffee house or something like that, and maybe that was the goal, doing something a little bit.
Yeah, they
more.
never switched to. I mean, it's the same chord over and over and over and over and over the whole time. I'm not saying I didn't like it, just it was weird. Just
definitely unusual.
Out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed out of place.
I mean, this is but I guess maybe that's. No, excuse me. We've the songs we've reacted to have been like perfectly arranged and well composed, and something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nothing like this.
So maybe this
guys,
is just.
They looked like they were in a. Looked like that was a band that was with him already. I mean, that was just brought in for that or something.
For this, yeah, maybe they came from a different background, but this was it felt. I mean, I guess you could say it felt very loose, very casual, very I guess honest.
Like
so
maybe like it was portrayed to be that way. It didn't feel that way at all. It felt very rigged to look that way to me.
I see what you mean. I see what you're saying. I think I do think that maybe that was sort of the clashing of visions. Like I do think this is what Elvis himself wanted to do. You could see he was loose as hell, just sort of, rolling around on his chair and just sort of doing whatever. Charisma was still there. Really good tell. Like vocally, there's really that's the thing. Musically, there's not a whole lot to break down here. So yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying.
I mean,
yeah,
really nothing
it's just
at all. It's like they're warming up.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, sound check. That's what it feels like, a sound check.
Yeah.
And someone recorded it. But yeah, it sort of feels like it's maybe he was enjoying it. Maybe like you can see the band talking to each other, so maybe they were vibing. But I do see what you mean. It does sort of feel like there's a distinct effort, like, hey, see Elvis like you've never seen him before. The marketing aspect does sort of linger over it, but and I would be interested in hearing something else from this show to see if it continues in this vein, or if there's something a bit more, I guess, conventional or traditional to be found.
Well, Caroline just put her second request in. Man, I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb. Second request in, so I don't think it's from this show, but we'll return to this show. And it's not that I didn't like it; it just felt odd. From everything I've heard from Elvis.
Completely different from everything we've heard from Elvis up to this point.
I'm not saying he doesn't look loose, but he doesn't look comfortable. He looks staged in a way. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's just my perception, but
I mean, it
could just these other people there with him, like it's usually just Elvis. I mean, the band.
Some spotlights on him, yeah.
Like Waylon Jennings said, the band. I've seen the world of Bobby's band. They're the backside of me, yeah.
And also, it's possible that there were some jitters that because this was his first performance in about 8 years, so that might have played into it a little bit. But but it was
So they were talking about the man that hadn't played in a while and lost 40 pounds to go to Hawaii and put on the best show ever. So different time in his life, I guess, here. But You know,
Yeah.
that was an amazing feat. What happened there? I don't know. Let us know, Gary Goodman, so we can tell Caroline here. She's you know, going down this rabbit hole. We want to guide her the best as possible. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought the stage looked great. The whole atmosphere was set to be a great performance. Just didn't happen. It seemed like.
See, now I'm kind of interested in hearing what the original song sounds like. If it was more like a traditional song, or if it also sounded like a, just sort of like a simple repeating chord structure and whatever those lyrics were. I mean, you could replace those lyrics with anything and the song wouldn't change, really.
Yeah, even though Elvis, the way he sings, his diction wasn't a problem. I was getting lost saying, yeah, and all the guys were just seemed discombobulated. So
Yeah, it was
really,
very strange. Yeah, little alien.
So anyway, yeah, become a part of the OG team, because we will play whoever you want. So.
Oh yeah, we love discovering new music. We're down for just about anything. So, and we love talking about it too. So if you want to join our Discord as well, yeah, we dig talking music, mental health, movies, anything that you can come up with.
Yeah,
So,
and Caroline asked a question about how to get in touch with us. We have a Facebook page, or we communicate on Messenger all the time. I really don't like Facebook as far as getting on the page itself, but I've got 2 or 3 groups on there. Messenger. We have a Discord. So.
Yeah, as far as communicating with us right now, Discord is the most efficient way to do it. There's a link in the channel description page. Channel membership also works pretty well, and it's really affordable. There's a $2 deal and a $5 deal, and you get 2 requests for the 2 and 4 requests for the 5, and lots of cool exclusive content as well.
Yeah, that doesn't really help them get a hold of us, but
yeah,
no doubt. All right. So much love. Mental health is real. Yeah. I think Elvis was maybe going through it right here. Some type of anxiety or something.
Definitely an interesting time in his career and life.
But he looked good.
That he did. Yeah, I couldn't pull that look off.
All right, much love, everybody. Thank you, Caroline, for the suggestion, and we'll get to the next one as soon as possible.
Yes, thanks for joining us. You are awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. Glad to have you part of the team. For sure.
You guys know the drill. Music is your best support group. Listen to it as often as you can. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others.
Heck yeah. What's up, peeps?